a glass box around her and she'll break the glass. If you try to cage her in, she'll light the match. Oh, she's like an animal, it's in her blood. She'll turn every chain into dust, into dust, into dust. Like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is anything, watch her turn her life into dust, into
Hey guys, this is Andre once again from Trap Nation. Hope you're all having an incredible year so far. With the success of the last mix we did, I want to do another one, but this time where we showcase our label Lowly Palace. Just a reminder as well, all music in this mix is free to use on YouTube if you include the artist's socials and a streaming or download link to the song in the description. That's enough talking for now though. Enjoy the mix, everyone.
She been in your bedroom and know that, feeling her on your skin. Think I don't know where your head's at. Where do I begin? Wrapping your fingers around her, late at night, drinking. You let it linger, you couldn't quit. I think I'll leave it all behind. another word. I think I'm about to lose my nerve. Forward thinking got me moving my head backward. It's been so long since I felt this. I blame it on your winding hips. What I wouldn't do to taste the grooves of your lips. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to say you call me home now. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to feel your skin to mine now. I just breathe it in, say my breath. Never know when I need it next. I lose it all, just hear you call. Ain't it strange, darling, you never know. Never seem to leave my head. You run this town, I paint it red. Confided in you now, I wish you knew what I meant. Cause I know your thoughts and you know mine. We're flexible, we chose to be blind. But is it such a stress to call you one of my kind? Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to say you call me home now. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to feel your skin to mine now. I just breathe it in, say my breath. Never know when I need it next. I lose it all, just hear you call. Ain't it strange, darling, you never know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again for the finals as of today for the Winter Series Showdown that we have been witnessing so far. Today is going to be the last day, and of course, we're going to be
Among
starting
the
it out with the bronze
planes
match between the
exists the
last
equilibrium,
two squads
which
that had
I
been
was
playing,
made
and they've
for.
been losing into the semifinals, but still, they have the chances to battle it out
light.
against each other into the third position. And who is going to be getting it? It's going to be Peak, and they'll be going against Nexus in this another best of three series that we have. And don't worry, we will be having the grand
Welcome
finals
to
after
Gronk's
this. So before
Castle,
we head
tiny
into this,
friend.
let me introduce myself. I'm going to be your caster for today, and alongside me, it's going to be Sarah, and we will be bringing you for this whole series right now.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And as Debbie introduced tonight's schedule to us, this is Peak versus Nexus, and we have jumped right into the draft. And it's an Eve and Grog band coming in from side of Peak. They have observed the gameplay coming in from Nexus, and the Eve was one of those signature heroes from IC, and it has been taken out. Jushin, meanwhile, on side of Nexus, will be taken out respect towards
Sir,
Warrior.
what's your
But once
command?
we define
Your
what
team
that's
is
going to be
banning.
it from their side. Maybe the Hilda goes out next, or it could be the Sora, but you could always give it away. It's not that much of a threat anymore. But on from the side of Peak, I do believe they should be taking out something like the God of Kacha, or maybe a respect band from Stevenson, the Hylos or the Khalid, or just take out the Fredrin and deny Meat one of his signature heroes.
I really love that Nexus has been doing their homeworks there, and I'm pretty sure that coming onto the Fanny couldn't be let go. He's one of the better Fanny users in tournaments so far, and I
I've
also
been
think that
waiting for too
if they
long.
hadn't fumbled yesterday, they could have had a winning with the Fanny too, but they just had to fumble with that. But this time around, I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing a bit of discipline coming through from the side of Peak. They ban out the carry, of course, very it's like the carry has been the hero that is taking the place of the clock right now. So I think it's a very understandable that they have to take it away. So Esmeralda is gone again. The Freya is open, so that's definitely gonna be the first pick for the side of Eden Hedgehog here for Peak. But for Nexus, Sora is also still out there, but for a Sora, you need to pick out the Valentina together with the Sora. So it is very like it's kind of too costly. So you might want to completely pick out a different hero that is better. Maybe the Kalea.
Exactly. So, like, you ban out the Freya, and then I mean, you ban out the Esmeralda, and then you give away the Freya. I do not think that's a risk you'd be willing to take, but somehow or the other, I feel like they do have an answer to it. Maybe they want the Claude for themselves.
My mission
I mean,
is
with
to
the
protect
carry banned
lives.
out and the Freya picked up,
Let
the
them
Claude
play the
is the
hero.
only valid
I will be the truth this world
the goal
desperately
lane or the
needs.
side of Nexus. Instead, for now, they decide to rock it onto the Yuzhong EXP, which is a very valid choice, and Hylos once again into the road. So maybe we could see a Kimi mid and then Yisun Shin into the jungle and then a double fighter side lane. That is one possibility.
I would love to see that. But I would prefer a Yusinsin over the Kimi because the Kimi is kind of like it does have escapism, but then again the Yusinsin is much
Muscle
more
of
value in this
iron,
current patch, so I think they
bones
can
of
go for that.
steel.
But they want to prioritize onto the room here first. Already the Gatot picked away, but I'm pretty unsure why they pick out the Gatot because against the Hylos, the Gatot really is unable to proc out the passive most of the time, but it's kind of that they usually want to go
Payback
stick to the
time.
comfort here. And talking about comfort, it's gonna be Savage Warrior. He's been playing the first half for this tournament for a long while, and I think he isn't ready to let go of it just yet. So that's gonna be a solid range that they have right now against the Yuzong. I'm pretty unsure, but it's gonna be the safest bet that they can play into the mid side because it does have a bit of a mobility that most mages doesn't have. But onto the Nexus side, they want to focus a bit onto the jungle here. Leomord could be a solid choice right here, so they have to pick it away. But the bans can't be coming through right now. Already they pick out the room, so what can be a good ban here? Maybe they want to ban away the jungle.
Yep, they could honestly do that. Just take away quite possibly the Hayabusa, the Lancelot, or even the Yesenshin. Just take out those meta
Yeah.
healers. Even Suyo, that could also work against the
Oh
Leomord.
yeah.
So technically, those are very valid choices right there. But the problem is going to be that they will leave open quite some EXP. So maybe they
This
take out
land
the
is our
Lapu here
homeland,
instead,
and it will
and
soon be our burial
they take
ground.
away the Lapu. Possibly a jungle ban next, which they should, because you do not want to give away too many OP junglers to your opponent, especially Wamin. While on from the side of Peak, I guess they will be banning out on the Claude up next and the Granger, and then that's it. Literally, the gold meta hero pool is just gonna be over, just like that.
This is why there's no flexibility into the goal here. It's this meta has been more flexible onto the XP side, so this is a goal lane ban, I would presume, because they already have a Yuzhong, so the CC could have been the safest bet against the Freya because they already banned out the Esmeralda here. So now I think Nexus they need to focus a bit onto the jungle too because you don't want to see Huamin running around with the Joy or the Suyo, and he does have a good of damage against the Leomord as well. And still, they also already have the chances to go for the Yishusin, but the Yishusin kind of struggle a little bit in comparison to the other assassins against the Leomord. So these can also be an option, but then again, they already have a strong mid lane, so Yishusin might be a safest bet for the side of Peak here. And I'm pretty sure they can pretty much remove away the XP here again for no one, right?
Rocks need no protection from the rain.
What is the need to take away the CC? I mean, they are probably predicting the Kimi mid and then the CC gold, but
Mm-hmm.
judging from their jungle choice right now, it's the Leomord, I think they would prefer to go in for a gold lane all over again. I know
Yeah.
that the Granger is just very vulnerable to the gut of Arsa and Freya. So I guess they'll leave it open, and then the Claude could be their last ban here.
Um, I don't know why Nexus banned away the Boxia because I'm pretty sure Peak will never pick out the Boxia here. Kind of a wasted ban. They could try to focus onto the Yishin instead. So, well, it's a choice of their own. But hey, like you predicted, it's gonna be the Kimi that they ban away. I could have been into their favor instead, but Peak decided to play the
That's why.
first to heck with it. And yeah, this can be an opener for the Yishin to play around with because we can see the combination of the Yishin in the first side and the Gato that can come through here. They already have a fighter into the gold lane side, so that can also be an option. But now for Mikey, he is gonna be deciding whether what kind of marksman he would wanna play because I'm sure they are gonna need a marksman here. And Harris, oh okay, they won a late game damage potential. I've never seen the Freya going against Harriet, but I'm pretty sure the Freya always winning out into the lane in any kind of 1v1 situation, right? So yeah, this
They
is gonna
call me
be
a
a huge
hero
station for
because I
Peak
saved my
and
nation from
XP
falling
lane.
apart.
Phobius, I don't know. Phobius looks so good to me here.
All
Yes,
will
looks good, but
serve
then
the
again, I guess they'll
Soul Forge!
wanna play with the AOG setup, so the penalty zone could come in a little more useful, especially because the Leo
Mhm.
Mort, you can at least control the Leo Mort for 2 seconds into that ultimate. So I
Mhm.
that's a good pick right there. But the assumption was so damn obvious into that draft. I don't know why
Yeah.
Nexus banned a Baxia instead. I mean, Basia loses to a Leomord, so why would you ban a
Yep.
losing hero and then give away the Yisun Shin, which is signature pick? I mean, whatever. Good luck. And if Foreman pulls off what Yahiko did yesterday against Diaz, then good night to Nexus already. But I guess
Yep.
here they want the Lunax pick with the highlights. I
Wow.
mean, that works out, but like they have got absolutely no range into their draft whatsoever.
No, yes. So, and the fact that it's a Farsa too, that's a bigger range in comparison to the Linux again, and the lack of crowd control might eventually be making them suffer. And they already had the choices to go for the Kadita as well, which could have been a better option in against the Ishinshin, of course, and the Farsa as well. But I think if they are able to win on to the early stages of the game, they will be able to put it up because on paper, the Yushin can be directly countered by the Yuzhong, and it's going to be dependent on whether the Yuzhong is able to find the right targeting against the Yushin. But then again, he's only not going to be focusing on to the Yushin himself. They have to play around the corner when they start to go for the objective fights and whatnot. But yeah, with the lack of crowd control, it's pretty scary for Nexus right now, but I hope they'll be able to pull it off because they do have a re-engagement resources and of course another disengager with the ghost pathway depending on how the crowd control goes on.
Exactly so, and welcome back to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be third place in the tidying match, and if I'm not wrong, it's a BO5. So we will be seeing, quite possibly 3, 4, even 5 games if Nexus decides to pull off something amazing. First game, the draft does look favorable for the side of Peak, but if Nexus manages to play to their strengths, then things would look a lot different, and then they could be getting 1.4 themselves. Like we said, into the oh, look at him. I mean, he's going in for it. He's exactly pulling off what Peak would be looking for. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna be one of those very obvious ways of jungling. So like, if it works, it works, I guess, for him.
He always does this with this kind of assassins, and I'm pretty sure he's always going to be having that level B that he's usually looking for against a Yishin when you're playing against a Leomord, by the way. And I think he want to do that, but onto the other side as well, I think it's Meat who is kind of matching up to the rotation coming through from the Huamin as well. But on this side of his, I don't think he's going to be that much ahead. But the help coming through from the team is definitely going to be saving him quite a lot, so that is one way to a start at the rotation to the jungle passing as well. But for the side for this combination coming through from both of the teams right now, I'm pretty sure the first hurdle is definitely going to be important. The level 5 no one onto the can be the game changer coming through for their side because that is the big crowd control that they have.
That's what. And currently, Meat is ahead, but opponent has got up equally as well. So yeah, there we go. The Mana Shocker will be used up already for the vision, and they know the positioning so far. And none of the mages have really got more, so they're gonna have to wait out
Mhm.
just a slight little bit. No one is low on HP, but technically
Yeah.
speaking, it's a terrorist land. You will be able to recover it very well once you cast the penalties on. So you'll have to look in for it out. But look at the Chaos Assault as there's a stun from the high level.
Oh.
Oh, for icy right there. Immediate first blood coming in from NEXUS, so Harmony will be forced to back up a bit. Essentially will use it with Black Dragon form against the Savage Warrior. And Harmony with the sound was not good yesterday, but oh no. Another possible kill right there.
Oh.
Yep, and this has to go in for it, and but yep. Blue team hero has been slain. He gets the kill once again, 2 for 1, plus the turtle.
That was a big mistake coming through from the side of Peak here. If you are against a Yuzhong into the early stages of the game, you might want to focus a little bit onto him. He cannot be full HP with a Petrify and a level 4 for the start of the turtle, and I think that is going to be the bit of a blunder that's coming through from the side of Peak, especially if it is a Yuzhong against a Yi Xuanxin, and you might want to protect your Yi Xuanxin here time and time again, and this is why they shouldn't have started the turtle fight here, when no one was low, and Super Aziz was full in HP, full in every resources that was needed for him, and I think he's going to be the main reason why there was a turnabout of event onto the turtle fight, but it was mostly instigated by Chief IC trying to get a kill onto no one very, very early on. The penalty zone did not come in handy for that fight, and that might have caused the early game for the side of Peak here. But still, they do have a chance because the skin turtle will definitely equalize onto whatever goal they have been losing out. So that can be starting it right now. But the fact that mid is he got the level 7 very early on already might eventually be in favor for the side of Nexus.
That's exactly what about and then the fact that they have the Harriet for the late game also helps their draft quite a bit. But onto the hands of the Peak as well, they do have to use this on the area, but what they need to do is not get up on making those little mistakes which they just did. I think this is one of the reasons why that Peak has been reaching the grand finals and then these third place deciders every so often ever since last year, but somehow they have just not been able to secure a champion title in more than like a few tournaments. But there we go, that's going to be second turn of this game.
Yeah, but a good control coming through from Stevenson here. They know they're going to be a little bit ahead onto the resources as well. There's going to be a little bit of a reset coming through, but right now I think Kitty might be able to zone people away, but no one. Oh wow, resources already burned down just before the start of the fight, and I think to revitalize already been popped, but still Nexus can make this.
Finally, as Icy gets the chaos assault onto a Savage Warrior. Might be definitely trying to connect out here, but then it's a Freya. Of course, the Freya wins it. I was coming to flip on that top, and basically did go.
Wow.
Stevenson, which helped him to escape now. Red team has slain the turtle.
Red team hero has been slain.
Oh.
Got into that blue buff just because of like a split second and he would have survived. But hey, that's what bad luck is for you.
You know, the Yuzhong holds so much of a big importance into this team fight, and we can see right now he did fall down very early on, but top lane.
Okay, let's see, might be trying to win it out against Savage Warrior. You will be using up the wings by wings to run away though, so I guess that's a safe choice. He did go for the lane clear, and he was kind of successful, so that's gonna be a no push up top.
That was actually a slow but steady fights coming through the side of Nexus as well, but a good catch onto those important members coming through from Kitty was the decider of how they were winning out to the game as well, to the team fights onto the turtle as well. So now they are going to be equalizing into the goal because of just one take onto the turtle. This is the problem, right? When you see a Leomod going against a Yi Xuanxin, they are always going to be trying to equalize onto the goal. No one should be ahead because whoever is ahead at least 1k of the goal will always be winning it out. So that's why it's important that they equalize everything. But the thing about equalizing every goal that they have so far is that it's going to be slowing down every objective, every fights that they've been taking. They cannot really be aggressive because they know that their damage are going to be equalized. But bot lane though,
is in a bit of a danger here. Carson will be using up the Black Dragon. The airstrike and energy.
Oh,
Everything will be used up on need right then and there. And they will be able to secure that kill. Super Jesus though is trying to get a little bit of that means that the bottom lane tier 1 will be secured. It's a top lane
yeah, double, triple win here, but hey, Turtle, go come in! Oh no!
He gets hit again, but that will be enough to take down Super Jesus along with Freya's damage. Stevenson will be the only one left out. Mikey jumps into that fight and will get forced out of his mark. Oh, that's gonna be that damage definitely hurts from the blast from the ultimate.
yeah, that's a bombardment that we are talking about, a bomb flying on this guy, and I think this is eventually a good carry coming through for the side of Savage Warrior here, because I feel, wait, a dragon? That's so premature coming through from Super Jesus, because they're not going to be trying to contest anything like the objective onto the Lord Ezreal, and he shouldn't have wasted on that. But nevertheless, this should be a free dot coming through from the side of Homin here, the first lot, by the way, and they will be eventually having a goal lead of 3k right now. So this is the good start, a good accumulation onto those resources and goal as well coming through from the side of Peak here. Now they are going to be able to have all the damages done, and I think this was eventually possible just because of the one pickup that they decided to do against mid onto the bot lane side and getting 2 turrets as well, and the turtle too, and that is eventually giving them this lead that they have right now. So when you have a goal into your hands, they're going to be having the items too, and at this point I don't think mid should be engaging on anyone right now because he's actually already behind.
That's the point, and they aren't even giving time to Harrod to scale up as much as he would want to. So the problem is the team here is getting that map control they already had in the beginning, and now
Red
once
team
they
turret
got
has
those
been
turrets,
destroyed.
the tier ones on both the sides, I think the map opened up so much more for them, and no one of course is really contested out over the people and keeping them farther away from the lead as much as they can.
Oh. Oh.
Look at something in their tracks is really tight from that 2000 Aragami hitting their then and there. Black Dragon form will be used up. Can he mark on Luke versus the better fact
Team hero has been
I
slain.
think no one
Team hero has been slain. Red team hero has been destroyed.
Onto a one there, and
Red team hero has
the
been
rest
slain.
is enough to find a Leonard in that fight.
Good John, but good kill as well. But this time around, Super Jesus might be wanting to get a damage onto Eden here. That's gonna be a kill already. Not much save can be done here. I think he overstayed a little bit of his welcome for a little too long. Eden, I know that he's got 3 items already. There's, of course, the anti-heal is gonna be working out, but when he is actually so low onto the HPs, I don't think that's going to be enough for him to survive. But he did everything that he could, and every goal lead has been into the favor for the sign of Peak here again, and of course 6k onto the hands of Hamin. But surprising enough, he didn't have the more gold here. 7k he's got, so he can go for the full damage and a little bit of a sustain so that he'll be able to stay along into the team fights and get the spell vamped on, because that's what he needed. But 30 seconds where the law is going to be coming out, and even if Nexus can't contest this, they will be able to clear it out quite easily because they do have a Harris and a Lunox onto their side. That's a late game composition that they are going through, and given the fact that Eden is on the Freya, that is a fighter, it can, no matter how strong it is, into the later part of the game, he's going to be falling in out. So Peak, they need to have their decisions. They need to end the game as fast as possible so that the Lunox nor neither the Harriet can get the farm up here. And of course, Yishunjin is weak against these kind of magic damage dealers, so they need to be very, very careful. Do not throw any game and try to end the game as early as possible.
They are just going to be going in for global activity, and that's going to be one attempt to take down Stevenson, and man is using a glorious pathway like he always does to try and recover his HP. So technically that's one important resource being taken away right before the
Yep.
Lord, and Ramen should be able to take it out pretty easily, with Eden just bursting it out as much as he possibly can. So that's gonna be a no contest Lord. And
Mm-hmm.
for now, things look safe and in progress and in lead for the side of Team Peak. But we'll have to see if Team Nexus can pull off a miracle defense with this one, because they do not really have the team to act. It's only their inhibitors in this one, and 12 million as well, which is going to bring talents like a truck.
I think they can give one inhibitor away and try to defend the other two here, because of course they do have a good clearance with the Lunox, with the Lord, and not the minions, by the way. And it should be dependent on Mikey whether he's able to get the Demand Force on time and not get caught here most of the time. And this Demand Force will not be the damage dealing potential for the other team, but Savage Warrior, a premature ultimate coming through for him. But yeah, they just gonna be giving on to the top lane side here. But Super Z is still good in joining AOZ though.
Red team base turret has been destroyed.
Fall down, but Super is now going to get free access to just try and mark down territory that's going to be petrified. But the penalty zone, he does petrify out the
Wow.
from the side of Team Nexus. They will pay for it though. Prime Eden is gonna get the triple kill. And Stevenson here is getting marked down by Yaman as well. Despite his is going to hit though. And then the base is the nice only one left. Or kills taken down by Eden into the base wide open. They do not have the minions though, but it's coming down mid and they should be able to end it right here. Nobody's really gonna be alive before that.
Red team base
Yeah, but they're just gonna be watching their base being taken down by a Freya. Very, very havoc. It could happen a time about even if Nexus did not overstate their work and more. Then of course they do want to go for the engages, but they are so behind onto the goal. They did not really have the right amount of damage potential that can come true with their ultimate so far. But yeah, they even peak overextended there, and they should be punishing that overextension, and they shouldn't be the one going in again. They got a kill on Kitty, and they should just back off and try to defend it. And I think it gave Chef IC in a position where he don't know whether he have to clear out those minions or whether he should be joining the team fight. And when he was in a dilemma right there, everything fell down and he was the only one
Exactly.
surviving there. And I think Peak, you know what? They also need some discipline.
Yep, they need a little bit of discipline as well. Like they go in for the engages themselves, and then if it doesn't work out, they kind of throw the game. But this time around, it was fine. But that's game one for you, and we will be right back with game two.
It's best of 3.
Put a glass box around her and she'll break the glass. If you try to cage her in, she'll light the match. Oh, she's like an animal, it's in her blood. She will turn every chain into dust, into dust. Into dust. Like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is everything, watch it turn her life.
Hey guys, this is Andre once again from Trap Nation. Hope you're all having an incredible year so far. With the success of the last mix we did, I want to do another one, but this time where we showcase our label Lowly Palace. Just a reminder as well, all music in this mix is free to use on YouTube if you include the artist's socials and the streaming or download link to the song in the description. That's enough talking for now though. Enjoy the mix, everyone.
She been in your bedroom, I know that. Feeling her on your skin. Think I don't know where your head's at. Where do I begin? Wrapping your fingers around her.
It's very early, and the landslide is not that valid, man. On in this current patch, I would love the studio rather than the landslide any day. But you know what? This is one of his favorite heroes after the Fanny, of course. So I'm pretty sure he just wanted to stick to the comfort pick here because it can possibly be their last match also. So yeah, but it's very early though. But for the side of uh Nexus here, they already see the Gatot. Oh, they're
Payback
gonna be
time.
denying the far side even against the landslide. So now it's gonna be safe for Savage Warrior to finally pick out a different hero from this tournament so far. But Meat, okay, he wanna stick for the
They
friendly
call me
here
a
because
hero
like, oh, never
because I
mind.
saved
Oh
my
my goodness,
nation from
this is so
falling apart.
expensive. A Claude and Yi Sin together.
That's like having a minimum 8-minute game
I've been
for some
waiting for
damage
too
to be
long.
seen from your team.
Yeah,
Uh, then to a usage against the Lancelot. I
yeah.
mean,
My
very
mission
risky. But
is
if
to
you can
protect
play the way
lives.
that Huamin farms or Yahiko farms and onto that hero, then I guess it works out. So we'll have to see if it's that much of a comfort from Meat right here. Chef IC, meanwhile, he will be talking onto the Farsa, which is a good pick against the carry, maybe even the God of Kacha. It does work out, but against the Lance, he would have to position very, very safe. Peak, meanwhile, I think the Zacian is going to be their immediate pick right after the next banning phase, and I don't think that Nexus can read in into that and ban that hero, but if they do, then that would be something amazing. Maybe they take out the Kadita here, or quite possibly the Kimi or the Lunox is what we will see, or even the Eve. But other than that, I don't really find a way for them to ban the Zacian, which they should. Peak though, I guess they'll ban out on something like the
Crowned by
usual
heaven's
standard.
mandate,
Your
Oh,
team
my
is
legacy
banning.
Oh no,
shall
they did.
endure.
oh, they sell it.
Yeah.
Nice, good
Yes,
job,
I
good
oh
job.
man, that's a good job, man. I would have loved that G10 to be coming through the side of Peak
I
actually.
am the
Your
power
Hey,
of
team
Kaz
light
are
is
back, so
banning.
they
incarnate.
just don't wanna go for the pick over here right now because like Kalia is also a big option here. And I think this time around Nexus just should just focus onto the Mage's ban here. A bit of a utility onto the other side as well because right now, I think the Lancelot and the carriers should be enough damage. They're gonna be needing the magic, of course, but they can surely be dependent on to the carry here. Meanwhile, I don't know why they banned out the Kaza for the side of peak. There was a big combination. Of course, there can be a combination with the Falsa and the Yi Xunshin, but these three picks already coming through from the side of Nexus, they
This
need a
land
good
is our
frontliner
homeland,
damage
Your
and it
seeker
will
team
as
is
well.
soon
And
be
they
your
attacking.
burial
ban out the
ground.
Lapu. Okay. They don't want the Lapu for themselves. The Yuzong is still out there, but the Yuzong needs a secondary tanker that can come through into the hands of the roam.
That's what like Hylos is gone, so what is Steven's even gonna pick here? The Grok is gone, the
The
Hylos is
Abyss
gone,
introduces
Hilda is
your
gone.
team is
The next
picking.
valid choice, the
The Abyss gases
Khalid,
back.
maybe? Or the chip. The chip
Khalid.
could work. The chip is a decent choice with the Yusufshin ultimate, but quite a bit of
They
a
need some
distance.
setup.
Exactly, they need
Yeah.
this setup. Exactly what they lack.
Tigreal? No. I'm pretty. Yeah, the Tigreal wouldn't work here. Um, yeah, they need a good front line here. Please, not the Cho, because even though the combination can come through with the Yushin, it's not that big because this time the picks
I
is
am
gonna be
not the
necessary
only
if they
one
can
bound
go
by
for the
these
front line.
chains.
Against the Lancelot it works. Against Selena
Sand
it works.
rises when I
Okay,
give
there
the
we go. It's
Your
gonna
word.
be the
team
Khalid.
is
That's the
picking.
only option that they
Okay,
could go for.
that's what.
Yeah.
It
So
does work though against the carry. I mean,
yeah.
once you get the chastise pulled on, I guess you
Mhm.
can from the carry at least up until she gets the demon hunter sword, right? Second
Yeah.
skill, just soak up the damage she is dealing as much as possible. But then again, it would still depend on the stuns coming in from the side of Team Peak. They do have the Gado and the Selena for that. And I guess we'll be seeing a Yuzhong for ourselves. No Sora definitely into this drug. The Yuzhong is the most valid choice. If not, then the Uranus or the Esmeralda at best. Yeah, they're gonna go with the Uranus.
Okay, there are these picture pyramid. They are so they just wanna play out those chaotic play style here because there's no burst, no insta burst into the early 8 minutes of the game here for the Uranus, so he can be that menace into the early stages. He can play around the backlines most of the time, try to disrupt every ultimate that can come through from the side of Seth IC as well, and yeah, give her the vision of where the backlines is gonna be. Meanwhile, Stevenson might eventually be busy trying to go for the sets here again, but you know what? The Khalid works. This is the only option. But the Lancelot have so many ways to try to defend against the Khalid too. So that's why I think they pick up the Fovea so that they can handle the Lancelot with that. But yeah, it's gonna be some big complication onto the combination that they have for the side of
Welcome
Nexus.
to
Meanwhile,
Mobile
for Peak,
Legends.
it's pretty beginner, right? It's
5
pretty normal.
seconds till the enemy reaches the
That's what.
battlefield.
But welcome to Land
Smash
of Dawn,
them.
ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be game
All
2 in this
troops
best of three
deployed.
third place deciding match. And this time around, Harmon will be starting off in a normal rotation of the blue buff, while Mead goes in for his blue. A bit vulnerable to invade, provided there's a Gatot and a Selena. But we'll have to see if Stevenson is there, though, providing the vision. He's gonna get quite a lot of gold from that. Warrior will be poked down pretty low, and he might have to recall right after this wave because, of course, against the Barca and a Kobe, he will not be poked down pretty well. Gold side though, with
Yeah.
the carry pressure is of it. It's gonna be quite a lot of pressure onto Mikey right at the first wave of the game. So technically, you would wanna play a bit safer than that.
Yeah, this is a cloud and it's carry in these packs because yeah, usually it has to be a 50-50 before, but now yeah, it's gonna be a difficult. Now Mikey, hey, got to be careful. Oh, Flicker?
I know. Moment's coming. You gotta back off somehow or the other. Oh no! What? He could have walked straight. He could have just walked straight. Why? Oh
man.
God! Why
Yeah,
would he
like-
just? Yeah, exactly.
He must have had a feel kind of security because he thought that without the minions coming he couldn't dash, but 1,000 taunt rows is going to be enough to take him down. So now, for Eden, he is going to be able to have a good lead that they have right now. But hey, what? Another kill for Hwamin?
But
Stevenson.
that's the abyssal. What's the? Wait, what? Abyssal trap. Yeah, okay. The abyssal trap hitting the Khalid, and that's gonna be a long distance. So that was like a nearly 2.5 seconds time. Enough for the Lancelot to get that early snowball, and now, oh my God, we just dodged it by a millimeter. But no one has to flicker it out of here. So technically, the Uranus doesn't have the flicker at the turtle, but he will be looking to regain his HP. Katie goes in for the engage over the airstrike. Will hit these people, revitalizing the blue stuff. Omin's gonna be stunned a bit and lay now quite low as the turtle resets, and he's got a back bomb. No one dives too deep and will get taken down. AOG being used defensively as the turtle gets secured by the side of Peak immediately. So that's a pretty fair exchange of blows. And now Woman's again going in for the goalie rotation. Somehow, Mikey, yeah, he's gonna be chunked down low, but he's just gonna back off safely for now.
Yeah, that was actually okay-ish kind of move coming through from Hwamin as well. I think he just want to have the pressure against the Clot here, because I do think that he knows that he have the damages here. He got the turtle. They are not ahead onto the goal per se. This is reachable for the side of Nexus, so they don't really go for that aggressive kind of engages, because they know that whenever they play so slow, they will be able to find the right moment to have that damages done. But look at that, Kitty was able to stall with the unbreakable, and meanwhile for Hwamin, he's gonna be successful in stealing out the red buff here. So I mean, it's gonna be behind onto the goal, onto the experience level as well. Look at that, already 7 for Heaven, and he doesn't even know that his red is already gone.
Red team hero has been slain.
That's what, right? That early advantage is right now. It's nearly 1,000 in favor of Peak already, and somehow the Claude is losing to the carry. Even in the early game, yeah. What is that blazing duet for Mikey? Hello? He's gonna hear it from me later on. But for now, onto the bottom side though, Uranus fighting it out all by himself against the Khalid and the Yisun Shin, as well as the Volbit, but now there's back with someone. Volbit running quite out pretty low with that fight, and the Envoy Plus is definitely hitting the mark, but Khalid taking out quite low, but he has a trap, and he will be falling prey in that team fight. Another, oh my God, those are some very good snipes coming in from Savage Warrior.
Yeah, he's really comfortable onto this Selena after Human. He's able to get another stun here. I don't think they'll be able to kill no one. Wait, never mind. Going in, look at that.
Yep, he's definitely going in, and I guess he realized the fact that it's Selena and he can't fight it out all by himself because she doesn't really have a damage yet. So technically enough Super G's to secure a kill, but this turtle also will be into the hands of a team. Very late retribution moment, and the Khalid could have stolen away, but alright, you got it anyways. Good job to you right there. But
I mean, he did stole the Lord yesterday, so we can forgive him.
yeah, he redeemed himself in advance because he probably knew he was gonna chill out a bit too. I mean, yeah, cut him some slack, guys. Even the oh no, he almost escaped. Yeah, that last pitching attack from the Blazing Duet enough to secure that kill as Kitty goes down too. Stevenson trying to recall some of that HP here. Tondril is still available along with the Phantom Execution. If Flamin does decide to connect, which he should though. And there's the Phantom Execution. Mikey runs away in the other direction. Flamin though caught out of the turret here. What in the bush play was that? Amazing maneuvers from Icy. He just went in the bush, and then once Flamin tried to aim his basic attack, it went towards the turret. So that's a negative point for him. Alright, but it's fine. It's fine so far.
So far it's okay, but that's a down onto the Lancelot, so not very best for the side of Peak here. But now this time around they are gonna be very aggressive. They just want to focus onto the top lane as much as possible. The clearance coming through from the side of Nexus is definitely okay, it's because they are able to defend onto the mid lane side here yet again. But do they want to go for the fight? Almost another stun coming to from Savage Warrior. He's almost so accurate onto this arrows right there he had, and it's always giving a little bit of a carefulness into the hands of Mikey as well. But this time around, Armin going in.
Blue team hero has
Wow,
been
he's
slain.
gonna find the kill. That was a very smooth kill onto Meat right away. So that's gonna be a bit more jungle being taken away from Meat as he is, and he's still at a level 8 while Mom's at 10. So technically, it's not the best of situations again. But oh no, the focus and the stuns are coming in quite on point with Hunter picking up and let Mom escape. And now Influence pursuits are gonna keep playing, and the Abyssal Arrows hitting Icy from so far away. He's gonna be frozen in spot for quite a while, but technically Nexus do manage to stay alive for now. And but despite having a more number of kills, they are behind in farm though, Debbie.
Yeah, they are actually
team
behind in
turret has
farm.
been
It's just
destroyed.
more restful kill to the side of pick rather than them instigating all those team fights. So it doesn't really
Red team
become in
has
favor for them.
slain the
This is
turtle.
gonna be the start or into the hands of Armin here, so he's gonna be able to have the level 11 that is looking for and try to get up to the level 15 as well. But there's some confidence going against the Fluvids like that, and it's super dangerous. He's no normal like really no fact that he's able to win out 2v1 situations most of the time. But good clearance coming through from the far side here. Chef IC able to protect onto the mid lane yet again. This is so good with the clearance coming through from the side of Nexus here. For time and time again, they have been able to protect onto this mid lane turret, and then it's always Peak who wants to take that down. But for how long will they be able to do so?
They do need to find a way to get that tier 1 onto mid if they want to push forward. And I think that he is doing a pretty fantastic job of just providing vision and zoning people out while Kwame and the others decide to go in for the turrets. And I think they should be able to find tier 1 pretty easily. I see a bit of their strikes though, but Khalid takes the stun for his teammate, but that's going to be a tier 1 takedown anyway. They just have to defensively. Wamin tries to go in with the kind of execution, but there's not enough damage to counter the illusion. Like he will have to back off from those tools, and another aggressive trap comes in, raising the red is running away for just a while. But now me will be in the flying soccer, and it has not enough damage from the side of Nexus, despite winning out in terms of crowd control quite a bit. Oh no, Wamin, that is some very classy moves from the Lancelot right then and there. And oh my god, traps, absolutely insane. But now he's gonna be caught out though. He still manages to stay alive. But yeah, that last bit of basic attacks, just enough to get the kill.
He almost lived right there, but Savage Warrior, it haven't been that much of a glossy move, but he was able to get it done onto Mikey time and then again, and that kind of made him unavailable onto the team fight, even if he was into the team fight, and he's gonna be the main source of damage dealer right there for the side of Nexus, and he's been stopped most of the time, and I think this is the one of the significance of having a Selena here, but no one knows, is he gonna get shot?
He's smart because the AOG did hit the target quite on the point, but the air strikes hitting quite a bit. But the Ascension, he is going to take the blast from the Abyssal Arrows and he will get taken down. Right now, no one is definitely just sustaining everything he possibly can. And Super Jesus takes the hit from the Abyssal Arrow all over again. Somehow, Savage Warrior has transformed into Peekaboo or Violet, whoever you want to idolize, and he is just doing an amazing job with those arrows. Just amazing.
Why was he always playing the first time when he can play the second?
Exactly.
Blue team turret has
It's
been
right, yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Literally.
He's so free for the hits onto those arrows, and I think he's given a lot for the team. Another stun onto it. That's a Yeezy we are talking about. It's gonna be very, very squishy. Look at the dive though.
It can see Ramen definitely dealing quite some amount of damage, and it's just kind of like, oh, let me go in, let me get some damage out, and then get back. And it can do again this AOG quite accurately, but I think that's the last lot of the majority of the this game, and now the Lord is going to charge straight to their base, and that's going to be a stun on to Ramen with the Raging Sandstorm. He will get taken down. Mikey tries to recover some of that HP. He needs to go back out for the base, but carry is. Oh no, the carry definitely takes some use of the kind of really just really good game while the Lord is there along but the waves coming down the base. That was Warrior gets killing field where they're trying to zone them out, but for now they will have to wait out a bit if they want to end this. And there's just no one to stop the Uranus as of right now. Only the Mother Airstrikes dealing damage, but for now they might just be able to pull off a 3v3 defense. But with the waves charging in, we have no guarantee because we have to remember the vaccine and it just back off the
Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a time bind coming through from the side of Nexus here. I'm pretty unsure who they're gonna be fighting for here. I'm sure Mikey sure do need a lot of farm here. The Queen of Nature or the will be definitely necessary, and I don't think they will be fully engaging onto no one again. But hey, that's fire.
Yep, he's gonna take his fair share of time with aiming the arrows, which happens so accurate throughout the game, and he gets the better kill for himself too. And Wamin definitely gets the kill on Super Jesus, now targeting the backline. The taunt comes in from Icy, who's looking for back to base. Icy gets kill on Kitty, and Match gets the kill on the Wamin right away. They turn on the base a bit of those minions charging in from every single lane. How long can they hold it? The question, because now the carry is gonna march base, the base sitting with minions. Air strikes, lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough as the base falls in favor of Team Peak, as they will be securing the Winter Showdown third place position.
Clean and clear is what the name of the game has been for the side of Peak, and you know, personally for me, I would give my MVP to Savage Warrior because he was everywhere at that point of the time, and getting a stun all the time on Meat, who have a great movement speed, and of course onto Stevenson as well. That is a Khalid. He's unable to do anything because he's getting stunned most of the time, and they don't even know what the arrows is gonna be coming through. And I think it also is possible because Hwamin has been there to try to distract them most of the time, and I think that's a very very good option that they had right there. But Peak, that was clean for them, even though, you know, we got Silva onto the lens, and I think he did a really, really good job. Sky Piercer, by the way.
Exactly. I mean, he has been maneuvering with those punches throughout and out. But hey, I guess he's going to be on silver streak since yesterday. But it's fine for now because. But good try to Nexus though. They definitely held on till the very last moment. Just a little bit of more coordination, and they should be at a much better level when we see them in the next tournament. So a good try and nice try to them. And congratulations to Peak for securing the third place. But this is it for the third place deciding game. We will be back with the grand finals very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Do stay tuned.
Nothing can withstand the withering. Against the endless erosion, my strength grew weaker by the day.